Well, that was fun.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know who these people are, but I feel like I have to let them in because we're a public meeting, right?
Yep.
That's why I just like stopped it right away. Hopefully
Hi, everybody.
Philippa's calling me. Hold on. Hi. Just rejoin the meeting. I just won't let anybody in. Okay. Just go back to the same link and just rejoin. Yep. I got nervous and I'm like, why do all these people all of a sudden want to be at an Arboretum meeting? That's not like this isn't like a top 10 things to do on a Woodstock Wednesday night.
Do you think I just got porn? Did that come from those guys?
Yeah.
Okay. That
I
happened
w-
quick.
I wonder if I don't know, where does Crystal post the meeting link? Does anyone know?
It's
Philippa,
on,
Is it on the town website?
so I
on
bet
the
you
top
that's where they
website.
got it then.
There's probably a web crawler just looking
Yeah.
for Zoom meetings.
Okay, did everybody manage to get back on again? Denise isn't here yet. Always makes for interesting Arboretum meetings, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wait, so were those other people like affiliated with that
I
I'm sorry?
I
What's
don't
that,
know.
Noreen?
It's a
Yeah.
hard, I don't know whether, like, that's why I need to, I'll email Crystal when I send her the meeting. Like, it's hard to know, okay, the public's invited, so I have to let people in. But can I not, like, I have to ask her if it's okay not to let people in until like we start the meeting, maybe 15 minutes in. Is that okay? Because if it's someone who's just going to spam the meeting, they won't sit there for 15 minutes. If it's someone who's like a public person, they may sit there.
Is that
Um,
standard practice?
This is
I've
my
never had that.
first
I've never
meeting.
experienced that
Yeah,
before.
this is
Anybody
the first
else?
time this has ever happened.
I'm not sure what standard practice is,
Yeah.
Kristen. Have you
I don't
experienced
know.
this
It's a
before?
new age. It's
Yeah.
like a new world out there.
So we don't even know if those were real people.
I doubt they
How
were.
many people were talking about? We didn't see any of that.
One of them had a photograph.
Yeah, and that's when I closed the meeting as soon as I saw it. I was like, we're done.
Well done. You did
Were
a
they
beautiful
showing
job.
porn? Was it porn or something like that?
Oh, very porn.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I thought it was Nazi. It had a Nazi
It
What
thing.
was
had
that?
that too.
That was there
Sorry.
too.
I'm glad I missed it.
Oh,
You
that's
are
all I
glad you missed
saw
it.
or noticed.
Do we need to text Denise?
I'm texting her right now.
Sandra, are they asking to come back in?
I run the meeting. No.
I mean, that's what I meant, Sarah.
Yeah, no.
So if it was a real Woodstock person, they would probably ask to come back in, right?
Yeah,
You would
I'm
think?
assuming so.
Well, and the one guy that turned his camera on, there was one name when there was no camera and a different name when the camera came on.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I didn't even notice. Is that all going to be part of this our filmed meeting?
No, because I shut that meeting down. That's a different recording than this recording.
Okay.
I'll email Crystal and say we started late because we got spammed and this is the recording.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Mhm.
I'll take minutes until Denise comes on. So let's declare the meeting open. And Noreen, we welcome you as our regular guest. Thank you very much for coming so regularly. Lovely to have you with us. Has everybody had a chance to look at the minutes of the last meeting? Not yet?
Yes.
Yep.
I did not.
Okay. Oh, Sandra, you're having too much fun playing with his grandchildren.
I am up to my eyeballs with stuff.
I can believe it. But for those of us who've seen them, I would entertain a motion to accept them.
So
I
moved.
second the motion.
Thank you.
Second.
Motion from John, seconded by Kristen. Any discussion?
They're
Okay.
beautiful as usual.
Sorry?
Beautiful as usual.
Oh, she's terrific. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? No. Okay, terrific. Okay, moving right along to treasurer's report, right?
Yes, and I sent one out late this afternoon.
Yep, I saw it.
This is, some of these numbers are different than from the report I presented in July. I went to the town hall and spoke with Diane Converse to get an official picture of what was charged to our two accounts during the fiscal year that ended in July or on June 30th. And I had missed a couple of transactions, and she charged one of the Bartlett tree work things to our regular account rather than the Friends account,
Okay,
which is fine. And so what you see in this report is a more accurate representation of how we ended the year. So we didn't quite spend all of the money in the fiscal year that ended in June. And we have a somewhat larger balance in the Friends account than I presented at the last meeting. The other thing I would comment on is the presentation here of the removal of the dead tree is different than you will see in the town's reporting, because I charged the gross amount that we paid Bartlett, which was $3,300 odd dollars, and then showed as an income the amount the town paid. And in their reporting, they just show the net amount that we paid out of the Friends account. So it's I forget, $1,800 or something like that. But I thought it was more important for us to understand what it actually cost us to do the work with Bartlett, and then to see where the money came from separately.
I would agree. Thank you for doing that, John. Did you also have a chance to talk with Diane about their comment that our interns should be paid out of the Friends account rather than out of our budget because we somehow did not budget for them in our budget?
The issue was not so much the actual dollars per hour that we are paying the interns. That is being charged out of the regular account, but it's the Social Security and Medicare match, the 6.635 or what 6 point whatever it is for Social Security and the 1 point whatever it is 45 for Medicare. We didn't explicitly talk about those in our budget, so they didn't want to charge those to our regular account. So that's a mental note for planning for next year. If we expect to have interns, we'll identify an amount for the Social Security and Medicare match, and then it can stay in our regular account. To me, it's a distinction without a difference, but I didn't think I
What
wanted to
happened?
get into a long drawn out conversation
Right.
about it.
What happened last year?
I think we charged it out of the regular account last year.
Okay.
I can go back and look. I think
That's
I
what
can
I
go
thought. I
back and
don't
look.
remember it being an issue last year. I don't remember, the question being raised at all.
I don't think it was.
Okay.
And it may
Well,
be,
right, because if you pay wages, you're required by law to make the match.
well, with the increased attention on every nickel and dime in the budget this year, because it took us 3 passes to get it passed, I think they were paying more attention. And my suspicion is the town's payroll system automatically charges some general overall Social Security payroll match account for those things for wages that are paid. And so when they had to move it to charge it to us, that's what raised their attention, or it came more to their notice. That's John Davis speculating, but it wouldn't surprise me that that's what happened this year. And we'll just put it in our budget for next year when we do the budget for next year.
You just have to remember that. Okay, any other concerns or questions about the budget? Oh, I know one other thing. There was another bill from Better View that while you were down playing in the circus, John, I had picked up and signed and gave to Diane. And she
Was that for mowing in June?
I don't know. She looked at the date and she said it was dated for the last year's budget. So it wouldn't come out of this year's budget. It would come out of last year's budget.
It did. There are two this season Better View landscaping bills paid out of our regular account. And one, they're both $165, I think. And one of them, we got the bill in early June, which was for the mowing in May. And then the bill that you took over to her was for the mowing in June. And that was charged, that's reflected in the report you see.
Okay. I thought I gave her two bills at different times. Maybe not.
Well, there are a total of two Better View. Let me look. I've got those details here in my magic spreadsheet.
Well,
They're just for this season, there are two bills from Better View, one for the mowing April and May, and one for 3 mowings in June.
Okay.
John,
Okay.
could you be so kind? I was not on, but just for the minutes to summarize what your point was about what we need to pay attention for the budget next year, so that I can include it in the minutes.
We need to have a line item for Social Security and Medicare payments for the interns.
Thank you.
Welcome, Denise. I'm glad you came back on.
Thank you. That was very exciting.
Okay. Any other comments then about the budget? Questions? Treasurer's report? Nope. Terrific. Okay. Moving right along. Let's see what I have for the agenda. I had it right up here in front of me. Here we go. Review of work days and projects. I would like to switch 4 and 5, if that's okay with everybody, because basically the summer interns have been here Tuesdays and Thursdays, and they have worked incredibly hard. And I have to say that Kristen has also been there Tuesdays and Thursdays and worked incredibly hard. Thank you very much.
As
Sandra,
have you.
what's that?
As have you.
Well, I think you even outdid me in hours, you know. And Sandra has been there, and Sarah has been there, and got poison ivy again because she looked at the poison ivy, and she got it again, even though we were trying to protect her from it. But I think there's been a lot of work done this summer. A lot of projects have been done. The Arboretum is looking, I think, terrific right now. And I think that those interns, we have them one more day. This Thursday is going to be their last day, and then they both go back to school. So we have to think about what we want to do as far as work days go. We had talked at the beginning of the summer about just doing it once a week. But then when we hired the interns and we had them 2 days a week, we just worked with them. But I'm thinking that maybe we should go back to just doing once a week for us, because we have the Last Green Valley Walk coming up in September, so we will need to spend some time at the Arboretum. And I don't know if Sarah can bring some students down at all before that Last Green Valley Walk. But
on the academy calendar, my big date is November 3rd for fall cleanup.
right, and that's after all the walks. So we will need to do some work down there ourselves, I think. But anybody got any thoughts about the interns? They are both, going back to college, and I complimented them both, and they said they loved the work. They enjoyed the work. Joaquin said he really enjoyed it. Reed seemed to enjoy it. And they will think about joining us again next year when they wouldn't have to go through any application process because they're already
I hope so.
part of the town hall crew.
They were great.
They were great. They were just, both of them were fabulous.
Terrific. Yep.
Is there any ideas about a little something? I'd be happy to pick up something to bring down to them tomorrow. It's just an expression. I know they're being paid, but just an expression of gratitude.
What would you think, Denise?
I have no idea.
How
Like a
about an
cake?
Amazon gift card or something?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd be happy to chip in.
Yeah, me too.
Me
I
too.
enjoyed working with them.
Me too.
Me too. I
So
think
how
a
much?
gift card's a good idea.
How much should we give them?
50?
That's what I was thinking. That was the
So
first thing I was-
50 each?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm happy to chip in. Kristen's happy to chip in. Sandra's happy to chip in. Denise is happy to chip in. Okay.
$10
10
bucks each.
10
Times two.
how about $10 each?
Actually, I think it'd be 20 if we
20.
gave them $50 cards.
$20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would give them $60 each.
Perfect. Whatever
Okay.
works.
Each
Okay.
chip in 20. So how does one buy an Amazon gift card? Please.
Um,
I think you go to the grocery store and pick one up.
Or you can do it online, one or the other.
No, I
Sarah?
can't do it online. You've got to be kidding me, Sarah.
I can,
Sarah, do you
I
think
have to
that's
go
the
down.
best
I can
place?
do a Target gift card. I'm going down towards Target tomorrow morning if you want me to do that instead.
The,
of-
the supermarkets have them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Price Chopper.
Target
Yeah,
probably has it
Amazon
too.
ones, right?
Target
Yeah.
definitely has Amazon gift card down there too.
Sarah, do you think Amazon is a good choice for young people?
Yeah.
Okay.
So who said they were going to go and get it?
I'm going down towards Danielson tomorrow. I can stop in at Price Chopper and pick up 2 of them on my way. I have
That
no
would be
problem.
fantastic. So if we can all
So,
get
so $60 each.
yeah, and each of us get $20 to Sandra.
Do you have Venmo?
Yeah,
You do?
I do.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna Venmo you right now.
I do. I'll give it to you.
Are you going to be in the gym tomorrow, Sandra?
I might. I leave on Friday and I got a lot to do. So what's my thing? Let's see. At SJ Swale -101232.
10. Could you say that again?
At SJ Swale
Yeah.
within 101232.
Thank you.
I'll drop off a check at your house or a $20 bill at your house. Okay.
You can catch me next week at the gym. Oh,
Okay.
actually in a couple weeks. I'm not worried about it.
Okay. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate that. And
Yeah,
then
okay.
will you be there tomorrow?
I am going to be, I am planning on doing the Arboretum tomorrow. It's just the
Terrific.
morning. I've got it's my grandson's 2nd birthday. So if you don't have to know, my daughter-in-law bought cookies from a woman that works down Danielson. I got to pick them up to bring them on the plane, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
It's logistics.
Okay. You will see that the spring has been dug.
Tom and I went right before this meeting and we
Yeah.
saw it. So Tom wanted to talk about that whenever we're ready for that
Okay.
agenda.
Is there any water in it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I have pictures.
Is it bubbling up? Do we have a
Not
fountain?
bubbling, it's just sitting there still. So you didn't see it with water in it when you got there? Were you there?
It was just beginning to fill,
Oh, okay.
a slow seep. So there was just less than an inch when we left.
Yeah, it was, well, just,
I don't see the
it's,
it didn't. Anyway, here, can I share the screen? How do I do that? Let's see. I sent,
Sarah may have to give you permission to share.
No, I have it set up that you can just
oh,
share.
there it is. Yeah, I see it.
I do this
Okay.
too much with kids. I get annoyed. I'm like, no, just share. Just share.
I'm gonna do that while I wait for the pictures of the water. But Tom can talk through this little thing that he did.
so, yeah, we saw the water. First of all, in the picture of the water, of the little basin you just dug out. At first I was expecting, to because I heard that it was the water originally was seeping out of there. You know, the little spring was seeping out of there, and so the assumption was that the water that the little basin had gotten filled in with like organic debris and stuff, and then clogged it up, and that's why it was coming out down below. When it was dug out, there was you could see the color of the soil was not just black, it was clay color. So even with that, I thought that you might see water seeping out of the side of it or something, but so I'm not exactly sure what it's telling us, but I guess what we do know, we have water there, and maybe as time goes on, it'll fill up more. I mean, you got to remember we're in August too, so it's not exactly the wettest time of the year.
Here, I got the plant pictures finally came through. They just took a while. So you want to show them what this is?
So on the screen, you're seeing. I just took the. You can see on the upper part of the screen, there's a tree. That's the beach. And then.
That's right here.
Yeah. Oh. Well, you can use it down. And then I put in below that the cypress is there, and then down below to the right, that's the what is that?
Catalpa.
It's a catalpa, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. So between those, and well, there's a contour that runs through the beech tree from top of the screen to the bottom of the screen. To me, that's kind of the line where you would, to the right of it, you wouldn't be digging out anything. That would be the line of contour that you would maintain so that your flow would continue downstream. And then on the just to the right of the little that path, the stone covering the path where you just dug out, we would have to make a little embankment. That's like shown as a 1-to-1 embankment, which there's already some stone in there. We'll find out how much stone they had there currently, but I would think we'd want to. It would be kind of steep in order to try to make it to give us a flat area for the little pond. So that would be this whole thing from here around there. That's the 1-to-1 slope, and we could take and put stones on that, and maybe it's planted in between with whatever we decide to plant. But it does give you kind of an area that this is like showing like a 1 foot deep little wetland area, and then we would have to in this area we'd want to maintain the outfall. But so just being 1 foot deep is pretty reasonable. And I think we want it to be able to dry out in the summertime. We don't want to create so much depth that it's that on a big storm it's going to erode the slope. I'm assuming on this area gets some rainwater. I mean, I don't know what happens in when we get a big torrential rainstorm. Do we get good flow through here?
Yeah.
Has anybody seen that?
Here, I'm going to show you the water. I got the pictures finding out. So that's what it looks like today.
What are we looking at? I don't see anything.
You don't see the pictures?
I don't see your pictures. No, I just see the map and photograph of you and Tom and a photograph of me.
Anybody else see the pictures?
All I see is a map.
Okay, so let me see if I just minimize my Zoom.
So Tom, in
Yeah.
looking at that map, And if we get Chris down there with his equipment, will he be clearing out all of the invasives in this area?
Well, I guess, um, so,
I can't figure out why they can't see it. I'll send them to you afterwards.
Okay, no problem, son.
Okay.
so I guess, this is the area that we would be changing the grade. Now, there's been talk about having to, taking this whole area down here all the way down to the bridge and clearing that out as well is what the impression I got. We're not going to do anything right around the roots of the catalpa. The beach would be going away, and we're preserving the cypress.
Right.
And so then, I guess the impression is that it seems like everybody thinks that, and I don't know for sure, I haven't done a thorough survey of it, but that everything in here is invasives. What I do know is I've seen skunk cabbage in there, but I'm not sure what else there is native there that we would want to save. So, but anyway, if you
There's a
took
willow
that whole-
somewhere down here,
Pardon?
down right where your cross is right now. Somewhere in that area, there's a willow.
Okay. So, yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Contorted willow or something,
Yeah,
right?
they're
Curly willow.
So the dirt that comes out of here, where would it go?
Well,
Are you needing banks or anything anywhere?
certainly we would probably need to put it somewhere. Um, I would have, I guess that down, maybe, I suppose it's down in this area, before I don't think I grabbed enough of the screen, but, down this way is the shed.
Right.
And that's also where that crazy thorny tree is.
The Devil's Club, yeah.
Yeah, Devil's Club. And I don't think anything is going over there. In fact, that's the whole area where there's all that fabric.
Yeah, we would have to take up all that black plastic in this area, but I guess the dirt can probably be pushed up into this area a bit more, right?
I would think, yeah, or I'm not sure which area you're talking about, but somewhere down where it's 18,000
Yeah,
feet.
where the numbers are.
Yeah. So I don't think you want to put it down here. And I think in this area, there's might be a little bit of a tree or some plantings that are pretty decent. So that seems like an area you want to do it. Obviously, we don't want to have them haul it out of here. We want to just put it somewhere close by, but we'd have to make a mound out of it, and well, not an obvious mound. You want it to blend in nicely.
Right. And we have some plantings, I think, at the bottom of your pond area that we would need to move, but that we know that they're there and they can be moved.
Right.
They could be put on the banks, the edges, if they need to go.
So I guess I don't know what people's thoughts are, but or how. And maybe this is supposed to be my job, but when we got all these plants that we want to save, that's probably something that we need to do prior to him coming in and doing all this work.
Right.
And the question is, we'd have to make a space for them. We'd have to mark out where we think we're going to be disturbing and all the area we want to have cleared out. And then also create a space ourselves where to put those plants.
Right. So, what would be the next step, Tom, for you and Chris to get down there and put stakes in the area so we can see where this is going to be, or what's the next step?
Yeah, I would be reasonable. I mean, it's pretty, yeah, I think we could do that. But I guess it's, that area is pretty, not a huge area. If you include all of this, that's a big area. And I guess I'm questioning whether we really want to clear all that out. I mean, I think we're trying to, the goal of this is to create a little pond. I don't know.
I guess the question is this, should we do this in phases and clear out and get the pond done and plant around that? Or are we doing the whole thing at once? And are we doing all the planting, and how is, just thinking of the resources we have? It's a lot of work.
And once you denude this area, strip out that soil and pile it up somewhere else, now you've got an area that is ripe for unwanted plants to come in and sprout. And granted, we are coming into a season where weeds start to stop reseeding, and so that's a benefit for us.
I can't see anybody else in the committee. Can we get rid of the map for a minute and see
Yeah.
people on the screen so I can get some input from other people?
Can you see everybody now?
I can, yes, now.
Okay.
So what are people's thoughts? Kristen, what are your thoughts about this?
I'm not sure I know enough to weigh in. I trust Tom to know what he's talking about.
I think
But is the question whether we need to gut out the whole swamp or just a little area? I'm not sure what the question is.
Well, it seems like we might be trying to do a lot by doing more than just the pond. I mean, I've gotten a certain amount of confidence from Sandra that, that she was thinking the whole area was what was the plan.
But the confidence is we can do it. We can design it, and we can talk about what plants to go back, but it's the labor and of installing everything back. And how do we do that? And the funds for making sure we do it. And that's what I would think would be a huge spring project, but it would have to be early spring. So, I guess the question is do we do, what Tom was saying, do we just do the pond area this year, or do we do all of it? And it's really up to what you guys think. It's a lot of work.
So we have people weigh in. John, what do you think?
Well, I think it's a lot of work, but I think and maybe the thing to do is to break it up into two phases, so to speak, and do the pond now. And then maybe we go in and look to see if there are any big invasives in the rest outside the pond area and get those taken out, but otherwise leave the overall set of plants and so forth in the area outside of the pond area that was on the map alone for now. And another thought I had for the dirt, is there any grading improvement that we need to do on the other side of the Arboretum where we've had erosion problems?
Yeah. I mean,
And we've also
big. It did.
Go ahead.
I mean, I guess there is that channel that was created, and we probably could, put some in there. I'm wondering if I mean, I haven't seen I'm fairly, it's only been a year we've been on this, so I haven't seen all this rushing water coming down the hillside, and it has gotten eroded in the past, and I don't think we've corrected that situation. So it seems like it would be nice to have the erosion problem corrected prior to going in the soil. But I mean, I guess we have the opportunity. We might as well just do it anyway.
Oh, maybe the answer is to dig the pond out, and if there's a place over near where the beech tree is, kind of between inside the path where we can make a low mound just as a place to put the dirt for now. And then we can just check that off. And I mean, I think we need to take it in small bites
Right.
because it is a lot of work to get it done.
Well,
And I
so
think,
doing it right
we had
before-
this seductive offer for $1,000 to clean it all out, but then we'd have to put something back. So maybe doing it in small phases makes more sense.
And I guess it depends on how we put it back, you know. If we do it like predominantly as a wetland seed mix and then supplement it with, sprigs of certain wetland herbaceous plants and wetland shrubs, that might be more doable. I don't think, at first I was thinking, well, do we want any of the area that we strip out of there to be go into like lawn? Because one thing about a lot of the areas at the Arboretum is that it's easy to maintain lawn areas. You can just mow it, keep it back. But I'm not sure if there's a necessarily. I mean, maybe the mound that we create with this excess soil is, I'm just talking off the top of my head, maybe since we're disturbing it, maybe we use that as a viewing point into the pond, and maybe ends up being, at least for now, being lawn, and is mowed so that you can actually approach the pond on more than just the west side.
And Denise, any thoughts from you?
No.
Okay.
Do you guys need to see a drawing of what he's thinking?
Probably.
Yes.
Yeah, I know we could use some of the dirt. You were talking about that channel down the right-hand side. We've been talking about putting a place where the lawnmower can come across that channel. And that certainly can take some of that dirt to make a platform there for the
You mean
lawnmower.
so if you were looking at that little pond area, on the other side, it's kind of circling the pond with a walking area? Is that what you're saying?
Is that what Tom is?
No, I think she's talking about it on the far right-hand side of the Arboretum where there's a deep ditch that the lawnmower can't get across.
Oh, okay.
And the interns have cleared a lot of the brush out. So now that there is an area which could be mowed, but it's not clear you can get a mower over there.
Yeah, Scott was supposed to go down, and he did walk down and look, and I told him about the areas that we wanted him to mow if possible. So he should have been going down to look at that, and can let us know about that.
Well, one thought I had is, first of all, if you try moving soil from the pond area way over to the other side, you're going to have this construction equipment going back and forth and back and forth, and we might be better off trying to keep it in closer proximity to the pond.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then
Awful lot of wheelbarrow loads.
on the other side, he might be able to just simply, with his equipment, just do a little moving of soil to level it out a bit, not putting necessarily soil in there, but
Just leveling it.
changing the grade so it's more accessible by mowing.
Yeah, that's a good point. We also want him to use his equipment to push back all that wall that we've created with all the weeds and the brush and stuff. We're hoping that he can push that back
That would be incredible.
away from the edge. Sarah, we didn't get an input from you. Any thoughts about this?
I think anything we do has to be done in small steps. Like we don't have the capability to do something huge. Small measured step. And I think we need to look at outside funding or to see where the town can help us. In the end, this is town property. So can the highway department help us in some way? I think those are things we need to look at.
Okay. I think we're hoping that they will help us remove that beech tree, which is slowly dying. The small beech, the one down by we're talking about.
And we really need to talk to them about that tree of heaven. I've been watching the spider and lanternfly. It's coming up. It's not here yet, but it's coming our way. So, I think we need to put that on the list.
Yeah, those are all listing items. You're right. So Tom, I think that Chris also, we have to talk with him about this, because he had talked about doing it as like a one-shot deal for the $1,000. I don't know if by doing it small step by step, it's going to be more expensive because he has to bring his equipment down more than one time.
Well, so I guess what is, I haven't talked to him. I don't know what his vision. I mean, I think from what I gather, it's predominantly making the little pond. And they also
I have a hard time hearing you, Tom. Let me see if I can put your volume up somewhere. Where's volume?
Maybe I'm just not talking close enough to the speaker.
Okay.
Is that better?
That's better, thank you.
I don't know what his vision was but what I've heard is that I think he's mostly needing to his expertise is going to be moving soil. And to disturb all the area down slope from the pond all the way down to the bridge seems like we might be better off trying to selectively pull out the stuff that we don't want,
right,
and putting in new stuff without disturbing it all. I mean,
yeah, I like John's idea of what you're saying is just specifically maybe a couple of really very invasive areas, just take those out and leave the rest. I did speak with Chris today about something else and asked him if he had talked with you, and he hasn't yet. So he's interested in meeting with you and talking with you, Tom.
Okay, so do we have his contact?
I don't think I do, but
I will
why don't
give
you get together with Tom?
I have his number right here. Got a pencil? Pen?
Yep.
860-942-9182.
And his last name?
Chris G.
G?
G-E-E.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's an old family of diggers in Woodstock.
Gee.
I believe he's the 11th generation.
Yeah.
Yep.
Does he have a business in town?
Yeah, he's part of that. He's a part of the Better View landscaping business.
Oh, okay.
He's the digging part of the Better View landscaping. Scott is the mowing part, and Chris is the digging part.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. We're running out of time. We've got about 15 minutes left. Anything else on updating on work? Do people agree just to go to 1 day a week, just to Thursdays? Does that seem to make sense? Okay,
Yep.
Let's switch to Thursdays. Would you rather do mornings or afternoons? Since we don't have to do the kids stuff, we can do anything that
I
suits
prefer
us.
morning, but
I prefer morning.
Okay, let's go for
after exercise class, once I finish with these grandkids, which
Okay.
isn't going to be for a while, but I'm getting
How
there.
about 10 o'clock in the morning, 9:30? Kristen?
9:30 is great. Is that give you time to get settled?
Okay,
Okay,
9:30.
Thursdays?
9:30 on Thursday. Anybody can be there, please be there.
But this week, it's the evening.
This is the last afternoon
Right.
one, the regular 3 to 5. Otherwise, it will be Thursdays 9:30 to 11:30. Okay. Or 9:30 to whenever we poop out. Okay. Sarah, you were thinking that we need to do some fundraising. Do you think it's time to send out another fundraising request
Hey,
letter?
when did I say I thought we should do fundraising? When this happened?
You just
Wait,
said
what?
that we should seek some funding, is what you
Oh,
said.
funding. Yeah, I was thinking more from the town or a grant, not necessarily fundraising.
Yeah, well,
Fundraising's a
we
hassle.
didn't get that nice grant, right, Sandra? We haven't
We
heard from
never
them.
heard a peep. And they said, don't call us, we'll call you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we can send a letter to everybody on the Hill.
What's that?
We could send a fundraising letter to everybody on the Hill.
Well, we sent out a fundraising letter about 3 years ago, was our last letter, I think, 2 years ago. And we got some response. We sent it out. Everybody sent it out to whoever they thought might give some money. But it wasn't just the Hill. It was anybody in Woodstock or people who'd come to the Arboretum or anybody you thought might be interested. We could certainly do that. What do you think about that, people?
Well, it
Denise,
doesn't
what do you
hurt.
think about that? Do you think we should do that or not?
It doesn't hurt, so we might as well do it.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, it can be a combination marketing slash fundraise
Sure.
request. Here's an update on what's been happening with the Arboretum kind of thing.
Yep.
And
So
who
those
would
checks
the,
would go to the Friends Fund?
That should go into the Friends Fund, yes.
So none
who
of
would-
this would run afoul of the town?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
Never did. The last
You've done
time
it
we sent
before.
it out, it wasn't a problem.
Okay.
and who would the letter go to?
It's a letter, actually, mailbox.
It would go to anybody that you can think of who might want to make a donation.
Philippa, have you ever thought about going on Winnie and talking about the Arboretum?
I have not.
You should.
You'd be
Good at
fantastic.
Mm.
it.
Gary will throw softballs.
Yeah.
He wouldn't take you on if he weren't going to help you lift up your project, your concept.
Well, maybe going on Winnie in conjunction with us getting a letter sent out.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Okay.
So is it just a typewritten letter on letterhead, or is it something that has some vision with it?
It's just a letter on letterhead.
We don't have enough to vision will scare people.
I'll find a copy of the last letter we sent out. I have it in the records, and I will send you a picture of it so you can see what we had. I think I've been on the committee when 2 letters have gone out, so I can send those out to you.
So, and who pays for the expense of the postage of sending out a letter like that?
That would come out of our regular fund,
Okay.
or it did last time. Came out of the regular fund.
And I
Is that
I had
okay?
an email from the new chair of the Civic Committee in the Garden Club asking for some background on the Arboretum. So I don't know whether they're thinking about writing another check or not, or writing a check or not.
Okay. So did you send them
Yes.
information in the background?
Yes.
Thank you, John.
And John, could you say what group that was again?
Quiet Corner Garden Club Civic Committee.
Thank you.
And the woman's name's Mary Ann Johnson.
She's actually not, she's not a member of the garden club, but she's not the chair of the civic committee.
Well, that's what she was. Maybe it's the historical committee. I don't know. But once
She's on the
she
historical
note,
committee. Yeah.
asking for information about the Arboretum. And the Garden Club, I think I mentioned this before, the Garden Club got a grant from Federated Garden Clubs of Connecticut to plant the bank that's above the parking lot against the building. And you may have noticed they've done some plantings around the building.
It looks really nice. Those little trees that they have in front, the little bushes
Yeah.
trees, it really looks beautiful. Somebody in my exercise class was commenting And she actually said the Arboretum looks wonderful, and I had to say, well, I'm sorry, that's not the Arboretum, that's the
Uh-huh.
Historical Society. But it
Yeah,
does. It looks most attractive, I think, as you're driving along 169. That the front of the historical building looks really nice right now.
those are inkberry hollies.
Oh, do they stay small like that?
Yes, well, everything eventually, maybe in 50 years, but they're the dwarf. I think it's Shamrock is the
Okay.
brand, is the whatever. But yes, they're supposed to be staying small.
They're
Yes.
very nice. Yeah. I think we're down to other business. Or the things we haven't talked about that we should.
Just keep November 3rd on your calendar.
I have it down. Woodstock Academy Day, November. It'll be after school.
Yeah.
Now, if there was some planting that needed to happen, that could be a good day to do some planting with a bunch of Woodstock Academy students. If there were things that we wanted to move or plant before the winter comes.
And all the native seedlings I've got sitting at my house would be ready to go in that wood chipped area. We should have killed everything underneath the cardboard.
Oh, terrific.
That would be a good time.
That would be a good project then. Okay.
Yeah, that wouldn't be too hard.
And thank you so much for doing that, Kristen.
Well, we'll see though if they live till November.
They're gonna be great.
So that's a Monday, correct?
Yes. It's because it bounces with election day and we don't have school on election day.
Everybody put that on their calendar, please. Okay. Anything else? So Tom, you will contact Chris?
I will. Yes.
Okay. And everybody's in agreement that we should at least go ahead with this pool area and maybe taking out some major areas of invasive, but not disturb the whole project right now. Is that correct?
Yeah, is that something maybe the boys could do on their last day? Start working on pulling out those invasives in there?
We could.
I think there's some privet down towards the end of.
We took out a lot of privet around the pond.
Oh, you did?
We saw that.
Oh, yeah, on the backside, but I meant down by the other, near the shed. On that area, I think there's a lot of privet over there.
Just above.
They love to pull.
The other
bridge.
Yeah, above the bridge.
Okay. It's about 7 minutes to 7. Hearing no more. I thank you all very much. Sarah, thank you so much for dealing with our interesting initiation of the meeting.
Yeah.
You did a beautiful job. Thank you. And it will go down in the annals of history, I think.
Oh,
Okay. See
Bye,
you.
everybody.
Be there tomorrow.
Bye.
Yeah, see you tomorrow.
Thank you very much, Denise.
thank
Thank
you.
you.
Good night, everyone.
Night.
Night.